Hello and welcome back to Balanced Psychologies. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today's video is talking about how do you know if the narcissist hasn't moved on? There are specific ways of knowing why the narcissist hasn't moved on, and I'm going to be talking about all of them in the video. This has been such an interesting topic. I couldn't wait to do the research on this. How would you know if the narcissist hasn't moved on? There's specific signs and behaviors and things that they do that I will talk about in this video that you will be able to determine whether your narcissist has moved on or not. So let's get into the video. So I'm just going to say this here. It doesn't matter, or it shouldn't matter to you, whether the narcissist has moved on or not. But that's easier said than done, because you're always going to be wondering, you know, like, have they moved on? Have they got other supply? Like, what's going on with them? Why are they doing this? I thought they had moved on. And you know, it's normal if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist to try and kind of find out or read the signs, to try and figure out if the narcissist is finished with you or not. The reason why is because narcissists were never going to come out and say it. They're never going to talk to you and tell you anything. So you have to try and read their behavior, or read between the lines in what they are saying, to try and figure out actually what is going on. And in a way, you know, you might even feel obsessed with the idea. The danger is here that you might even become obsessed with the idea of going back over every little thing that is said, every little interaction that has taken place between you, so that you can basically see into the future and be one step ahead of the narcissist. So you've got to understand one vital thing, that relationships with narcissists basically go in a cycle. So the same thing just plays out over and over again. Whether they are with you, whether they are with their new supply, that same behavior, the same things are just going to go in a cycle. They draw you in, and then what they do is, once they're comfortable, they then start to verbally abuse you, and then the discard and the silent treatment. You've got to understand that the narcissist manufactures emotions in us that serve their own interest and slowly teach us to ignore our own needs. There are many things that keep us bound to the narcissist for much longer than we should have been. We end up staying for so much longer than we should. And it's almost as if our lives are on hold, waiting and trying to understand and trying to comprehend basically what we have been subjected to. I bet at the beginning of this relationship, when you got with this person, you never thought that you would have basically a degree in narcissism and actually in psychology. And we want to have contact with them. We want to understand them. We want to know when our next kind of hit of dopamine is going to come from. And this can happen like over a passage of time. And we need to be able to break this chemical bond with them. And this goes hand in hand with the trauma bond. The other thing is that psychologically there is a constant tension inside of us due to us desiring somebody in that way, you know, even though they cause us so much pain, and yet periodically come back to rescue us from this pain. We see them as the rescuer. And as before, the narcissist has returned so many times, and we just kind of, it's natural to anticipate that they will return to us and that everything will be okay, and that we want it to be okay because we are in a way addicted to this dopamine hit. So it's this expectation then that we have. We want this, we expect them to come back. We want them to come back. And it's this craving for them to come back. There is also a fear of what is coming next when they aren't returning as, you know, as we have expected, because we don't know who we are anymore without the narcissist. We forget our identity and we lose our place within this cycle. We then doubt all reality. So then our reality becomes questionable, and this is all about gaslighting. You know, there is also, you've got to understand, there's this discomfort, but there's this familiarity in this discomfort. You know, you may have anxious thought, you may have depressive thoughts, and if you don't have that person, if you don't have the narcissist, and this is your medicine, then you feel like you are out of control. You feel like you're not in control of your own thoughts, of your own actions. And this becomes really dysregulating and really unfamiliar. And all you need is that narcissist to make it feel better. And what happens is, when you don't feel in control, you've also got to understand that narcissists never let go of their exes. They merely put their partners on ice. This is what I always say. They always put you on ice, kind of like in this infinite silent treatment, so that when they feel it's time for them to come back, or when they want to come back, they will come back. They leave you spinning, wondering what's happened, without a period to the end of that sequence. It's all done on their terms, on their time. And while they have moved on, maybe even possibly to somebody new, and you don't know what's going on because you didn't have closure, you didn't understand that that was the ending of that final chapter of that relationship, it's going to send you into dysregulation because you don't know what's going on. And this further makes you feel insecure, you don't know where you stand, and now this is all just a blur. It's like, what is actually going on? They might even come back when they have a reminder of you. They see something that reminds them of you, so then they will probably reach out. And this is where the cycle begins all over again. You're constantly waiting. You're constantly on their time. So you've got to understand that this whole thing goes in a cycle. The narcissist never actually really moves on, all right? Even though you might think that they are with somebody new, or they are probably getting married, they may start another family, they may have children with that person, they never actually move on because they always stay in contact with some of their exes. I mean, they would stay in contact with all of their exes if they could, but some of their exes actually understand that they are narcissistic and what they are doing is really unhealthy. So those are the ones that they don't stay in contact with. But this is this cycle of value, devalue, I want you, I don't want you, this push and pull all the time. The narcissist never really moves on. They always remember you. They're always watching you. They always want to think of you. They always are thinking what you are doing. They're watching you on social media or through flying monkeys. So the narcissist never actually moves on. They don't move on to somebody else because they are still thinking of you. And even though they are with somebody else, they're still thinking of you and the other people and the other people. You've got to understand that this is all about drawing attention, supply, validation. If they can get it from you, then they will keep you as supply, and they will keep you on tap. They will keep you in this place that when they need something specific, they will come to you. And that's basically what it is. They never really move on. You know, no one can predict the future. No one can really predict and try to understand what the narcissist is thinking. Though I think this probably helps you to understand this kind of cycle and the way that narcissists behave. They never really attach, or they never really bond with that person that they are with, even though they are with new supply or they were with you. They never bond. They have this thing called an attachment disorder. They have this thing called an objectification, where they see people as objects. So when you see things as an object, you see them as you see the person as a purpose. You see that person as fulfilling something for you. So you never see them as a real person. They are there for a purpose, to serve the narcissist. So you serve them in some way. And that's why they don't bond. That's why they are in control, because it's kind of like this is the only way that they know to behave in a relationship. So you can't control the narcissist or know what they're going to do. What you need to, the way that you can understand this is try and anticipate or kind of see the way that their behaviors are and try and move forward from it. The thing is, they never, like I said, they never really move on because they're always valuing and devaluing people and relationships around them. They're never happy. This is all ego processes. They're always going to be devaluing or valuing someone. Push and pull, drama, so much going on. And the thing is, when you stay hooked in this trauma bond to the narcissist, you are never actually ever going to be free of it. So this really is up to you. It doesn't matter whether the narcissist has moved on or not. What matters here is, have you moved on? Not necessarily with a new person, but have you moved on from this experience and understood what the narcissist is about? Narcissists don't ever engage with the final discard. They have the option of coming back someday, only if this possibility exists within their mind. So guys, I really hope that this video helps to explain how the narcissist never really ever moves on, and no matter what happens, this is about to help you and about you creating boundaries and understanding on what is going on here. if you are struggling with this and trying to understand whether the narcissist has moved on or not, I have a Patreon membership which has a lot of healing resources. Just check out the link below in the description box. Also, if you have a specific question for me, I can answer it in a video format which is specifically for you, and I will answer your question. Check out the Wizio link in the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope this video has helped, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.